Good morning traders and welcome to the daily call. Today Thursday the 16th of February. Before we get started, as always, please understand that any advice in today's session is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Alright, so let us kick off over in London at what's happened overnight, and we had average earnings was down to 2.6%, but surprisingly the GBP has been resilient of late despite weak data of recent times. Currently, we're still stuck in a little bit of a range, and the cable is trading at around the 124 handle. Moving along in Canada, we had manufacturing came in at 2.3%, and although the data was strong, the oil inventories data didn't help the CAD as they reached record highs of 9.5 million. So in the end, the CAD had a pretty much neutral day. In the US, we had a lot of things happened overnight in the US. First of all, the data was strong. CPI and retail sales both beat expectations, and at the release, the dollar reacted accordingly. But then somewhat, a little bit later, it did a bit of a U-turn as Miss Yellen basically said in her testimony that economic performance has been quite disappointing. Now, investors took that in the negative and the dollar went all the way back down, and it pretty much ended the day where it started against most major currencies. It's also important that I point out in her testimony she was slightly more cautious, but the overall tone of her comments was positive. And more importantly, I think that after today's developments, the rate hike expectations have definitely increased to what they were prior. So overall for the US dollar, it was a mixed day, but a path of a rate cycle has been laid down, so we'll just see if any further developments happen on this front. Okay, all right, it is time now to have a look at our chart of the day. I think yesterday's chart, I had a quick look this morning. It did not trigger. We got the inside candle break in the opposite direction, so it did not trigger. But today's chart, let's hopefully this one is ready to go. We have got the CAD Swiss on a daily chart. Now, if you have a look from what I'm showing you here, we can clearly see that we've got 1, 2, 3 levels here. So it's a very solid resistance line that we've got on our charts. We have also just formed an engulfing candle in the downward direction. So some of you may not like to trade the engulfing candle. It's a little bit more aggressive. However, it is set. Okay, so you are able to start your trade right away. This candle is only about 30 minutes old at the time of this recording, so somewhere in there you're just ready and you're ready to go down. So let's hope it plays out. This one has triggered, so anybody that is interested, CAD Swiss on a daily chart, it is set. Good luck with that one. All right, let's move on and let's see what we have final to finish up today. What's coming up on our radar in the trading session that is about to unfold. Starting at 11:30 my local time, which is Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time, we have unemployment change and rates for the Aussie dollar. So look out for that one at 11:30 and the Aussie dollar traders. At 12:30, just after midnight in the US, we have building permits, manufacturing index, and the unemployment claims. So that's important data for the US. And tomorrow morning, before I do the next call of the day, we have retail sales in New Zealand at 8:45 in the morning. So those are the events that will be occurring before I do my next daily call. As always, just please take note, those times are in my local time, which is Sydney time, and just make sure that we don't get caught out by anything that is unexpected. As always, guys, please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Follow me on Twitter at ChatFX for trade setups and breaking news. But most importantly, I hope you all have a fantastic trading day, and I will speak to you tomorrow for the call of the day. Bye for now.